Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. Reach out to tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a model launched in 2017, the second in the series of Breitling Superocean Heritage model lines. This is the Superocean Heritage 242. 42 millimeters in stainless steel. It has Tudor power on the inside and Breitling style on the outside. A best of both worlds combination. The timepiece in 42 millimeters measures 14.3 millimeters thick and from lug to lug, 51.1 millimeters with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The first Superocean Heritage came out in 2007, immediately became the best-selling model line at Breitling, and the Heritage 2 upgraded on that in every regard. The 42 millimeter size is the sweet spot, and you can see it's still a big watch on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. There's your down the barrel shot right there. That's down the barrel. You can see there's a little bit of spacing on each side, but it's a broad watch. That's your cuff shot, and this is your over the top shot. I wouldn't recommend this watch for a wrist smaller than 15 centimeter circumference though. A 42 by Breitling, especially with this lug profile, is still a broad watch across the wrist. Now, if there's one big surprise with every Breitling I encounter, it's the quality of the strap fitted. Not that I don't expect this on a luxury brand, it's just Breitling is typically viewed as mid-market luxury. And this strap looks like it belongs on a longa. It's bolstered, it's thick, it's large rectangular scale alligator leather, the expensive kind, and rather than calfskin, it is gator. There's a contrasting stitch, there's a lot of stuffing to give it volume, and then you can see it has a sheer edge showing just how thick the layers of leather are. On the underside, wonderfully soft, buttery smooth calfskin. You can see that this is a brand new Breitling factory strap. It just feels rich and expensive beyond the price point of the watch. Simple, no-nonsense Breitling pin buckle, though I do appreciate the fact that it has an elevated bridge, which means that the bridge is elevated over the flanks so that the strap sits inside the buckle rather than stacking up underneath it. It's a small but welcome refinement. The case here is strong. Like the rest of the watch, the case of the Superocean Heritage is inspired by the late 50s reference 1004, the first Superocean dive watch, which means you have these strong thrusting angular lugs. You have a no-guard profile with a big crown. It is a screw-down, 200 meters water resistant. Then you have a rotating bezel, but the bezel's not calibrated with numerals. You have the indices, and you have a dial with broad arrow hours, broadsword minutes, and then stick indices. Unlike the original, these are applique rather than the printed features of the 1950s watch. So they are steel, but they are rhodium plated for that silvery shine. The dial is blue metallic. It is a metallic sunburst that has a nice soft glow in the light. A big upgrade for the bezel over the original Superocean Heritage. That one featured an anodized aluminum insert without a luminescent pearl. Here you can see it is a ceramic insert that is far more scratch resistant, and you can see that it features a luminescent pearl, so you can now read the bezel relative to the minute hand or hour hand in the dark. You couldn't do that previously. You can see laterally that the captive bezel construction uses screws placed at regular intervals to hold the bezel to the case. And what that means in practical terms is that unlike, say, an Omega, a Rolex, or a Tag, you can't accidentally snap the bezel off on impact. It must be dismantled with a screwdriver. Very tough as a result. The dial, of course, is high grade. The Breitling B logo, now blazoned without wings. Breitling is transitioning to a world where it is a land, sea, and sports in the air company. It is no longer exclusively aviation, and well, that's fitting with a dive watch. Of course, inside we have an interesting caliber because it's not Breitling's, nor is it an ETA or a Solida. It is actually a Tudor MT5612. Breitling makes one notable change, swapping the silicone hairspring from the Rolex Tudor version for a ferrous metallic hairspring. The difference is the silicone is more anti-magnetic, but the one that Breitling uses can be repaired over time. So that's just a philosophical difference between the two companies. Otherwise, the movements are almost identical, meaning a 70-hour power reserve, automatic winding, a COSC chronometer certification, 8 beats per second rate. It has a full balance bridge with a free-sprung balance for shock resistance, and it features both stop seconds and a quick set date. So you're getting a very modern Tudor Kinesi automatic movement in here, almost identical to what you would get in the Pelagos. And of course, this is a stylish watch. Breitling on the outside, Tudor on the inside. And this timepiece, remarkably handsome. A big upgrade on Breitling's bestseller. Reach out to tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the Breitling Superocean Heritage 242 by night.